Hi, you're welcome to Tolu's Corner, a lifestyle podcast. If this is your first time joining me, you're very, very welcome. I'm glad to have you here to come listen to my stuff. So Tolu's Corner is a lifestyle podcast that is dedicated to addressing the life challenges that we young adults faces, and I try to provide solutions to them as best as I can. Yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years, and welcome to season 3. So let me not bore you with introductions because today is going to be a very long ride. So sit up and let's get ready. Today's episode is called the Japa Manual. Yeah, the average Nigerian youth wants to Japa. It's no news. So I'm making this episode to hear from Nigerians that have already Japa. Let's tell us what things look like on the outside. Is Japa really worth it? If we want to Japa, what are the things we need to consider? So, like a manual, though I'm doing the preparations for you, the research for you, so you don't have to stress yourself too much. Yeah. So I brought together two amazing guests to have fun conversations about how their Japa journey has been and what it really looks like from the outside. Stick around. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the episode, guys. And like I said in the introduction, I'll be having guests that are Nigerians in the diaspora. So the essence of this episode is to just have a chit chat with them to know what life outside the country looks like, and for them to answer some questions that I'm sure that some of my audience will love answers to. So I have two guests. I would love them to introduce themselves.
Hi guys, I'm Pizzy. I'm a YouTuber. I just moved to Canada. That was last year September. So and I'm loving it here. Thank you for having me on the live talk.
You're welcome, Zeenoh.
Hi, you already introduced me first time. Hi, my name is Zeenoh. Same story as Paul. Pizzy. I just moved to Canada, Toronto, last year, August 2023, and I'm happy to be here to share my experience, my story.
Nice. I'm honored that both of you took my invite and agreed to do this with me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think the first question I would definitely love to ask is, when you want to go to a new place, you have expectations, that I've heard about this place, or you might not have heard about it, but there's some ideas or some memories that you've created in your head. Okay, when I get to this place, this is what I expect to see. So when you first landed, was it what you expected? Let me start with you, Zeenoh.
Oh, sure. So when I landed, it was everything I expected. Like the environment, it was more than the pictures I have in my head. Although, we see movies and stories or videos on social media and everything, the people that are outside the country. But yes, definitely, it was everything I expected. It was the environment, the breath, the atmosphere, the air, everything. Yeah, it was.
How about you, Paul?
For me, it's a yes and no in two different ways. More like coming to this country, right? A lot of people from Nigeria feel like because you've moved abroad is like heaven. Do you understand? When I came in, it felt like a normal place to me, just with people with maybe different mentality, a working system, a different color. Do you understand? That was just it. But I didn't see the fuss about, it's abroad, but it was nice being in the new country. Do you understand?
I dig.
Yeah, but I was happy to be in a place that everything just seems to work well.
Speaking of working well, speaking of the working system, back here in Nigeria, I would say everything is a bit societally disorganized. Yeah. You see people don't follow rules. Things don't just work. Yeah. So being in a country where things work, how were you able to cope with following rules? They take everything seriously. Like I heard that when you want to trash your bin, there are different bins for different kind of waste, that kind of thing, like papers, maybe
Or
things to be recycled,
recycle.
blah
Yeah.
blah blah, traffic and the like. So coming from a place where everything is disorganized, so to say, how were you able to cope with a place where rules are being abided strictly? Paul, I want you to start.
Okay, so you said something like coming to a place where things are working right, right? Right. That was what you
Yeah,
mentioned. So I'll
yeah,
just go
Yeah.
with this like um system works, so everyone is not like no one is above the law. Do you understand? Everyone can be brought to book. And that's how it
mm,
works here. If you, in terms of like traffic lights and all of that regulations, you can't overspeed. Each lane has speed limits. They have like red light cameras. Do you understand? Like so
yeah,
you can't go against the law because there are consequences, and
mm,
they don't pardon offenses like, oh, because he knows someone. Do you understand the way it works in our system?
yeah,
It doesn't work here. And if you ask that, how do we cope in a
yeah,
country like this, coming from a country where we just do things almost anyhow? I
mm-hmm.
will tell you that if our president, sorry, let's not put our president, if the top officials, if the top officials in
Yeah,
our own country come to a system like this that works, I put it to you that they also comply with the rules because there's
mm,
an existing protocol here that guides everyone's action. Do you
mm,
understand? So when there's a working system, even the president or the prime minister, whenever he's moving, he knows he's not to overspeed on certain roads. Do you
yeah,
understand? The certain roads you pass that you know you have to pay when you use that road. So you can't pass those roads and say, "Oh, I'm the president." Although for top officials, I think it's free for them. I think Zeno can say more on that. But like, no one is really above the law, so you can't do something and say, "Oh, who can bring me to book? I'm the number one here." Do you understand? So
mm,
yeah, I feel like everyone comes in here and just tend to calm down and do things the right way.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's profound. So people, you have to definitely obey the rules because of fear of discipline. There are consequences for everything. Mm.
Yeah.
Also,
I think to just buttress what Pizzy was talking about, right?
yeah,
So the one time I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and we were just gisting about Nigeria, like systems, almost similar topics, and we were just laughing. And he asked me, "Oh, what floor was I staying?" Like, because I was like, "Oh, I stay on the 14th floor." Yeah, I was trying to explain to him that most of the apartments where they're what they call high-rise apartments, where you have over 32 floors, 40 floors, and obviously you have to use the elevator, right? Even like as small as a building that has just 4 floors, it has an elevator in it, right? And he was giving me a funny story of how he went to for his one of his friends, very close friends, wedding in Asaba, I think, and where he was lodged, like the hotel was on the 5th floor.
mm,
Where his friend was lodged was on the 5th floor, and when he went to visit his friend was waiting for him like at the lobby to pick him up, only for him to see
yeah,
him coming out from the staircase, opening the door. He was like, "Ah, my guy, why are you? Why is
Is it
the elevator, my boy?" He said, "Come on, like he doesn't really fashion. Like, do you understand?" So in
yeah,
Nigeria, right, the only place we see elevators could be hotels or
mm,
specific office buildings or like just anywhere we see elevator, we know okay, this place are like exclusive places, like hotels,
yeah,
like important places, right? It's not in a regular building. Like we have 5, 7, we have 10-story building in Nigeria. We know even Tolu, I know Tolu, you and I grew up together. In our streets,
yeah.
you know how tall those buildings are, and the
I
staircase,
have to use
you have to
yeah,
climb them. If you are moving in, you carry your couch, everything, and using rope and something. Do you understand? But here, right, it becomes part and parcel of it because this is the necessity. So everything
mm,
works for everybody, and it's just amazing to be some place where there's a rule for everything. You can't just chew gum and throw it on the floor. Even in Nigeria, we can rugged everything. When you're here, sometimes your conscience sometimes will tell you, okay, this is not right because you have a place to trash gums, you have a place to trash recycle bottles, you have a place to trash papers, you have a place to trash like organics and everything. So it's just it becomes part and parcel of you along moving forward. Like it becomes something you're used to. You know, okay, this is right and this is wrong. So yeah, that's according to what Paul said. That's how it is, and it's fun because if we have the top officials in Nigeria, like these rules that are made in place, we have this kind of rules in Nigeria. I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Yeah.
That's great. So still in the same line, I think this thing we just addressed now is called culture shock. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, going to a new place and feeling a bit, you'll be disoriented at first. Then start to cope and manage. What other culture shock do you experience? You know, there are different culture shock. There's food, there's language. What other do you have experiences that you can share?
Of course, obviously we have experiences, right?
Okay.
So for me, my kind of person, my friends know me. I am somebody that apologizes a lot for the littlest thing. I will tell you sorry, or sorry. Here, when you say sorry, they ask you, "What are you saying sorry for?" I'm like, I just like. So sometimes you're thinking, was he right? Like the word I use, is it right? Or you're trying, or maybe what we call what we call in Nigeria, maybe a poster or something, and they say, "Oh, signage," and you're looking like, "What are you talking about?" Like you have okay, you know what they call billboard in Nigeria? Billboard, when you have something that gives information about something. One night I was talking to Paul about this thing when we were talking, we're going somewhere. And I was like, "Do you know like one time somebody when I was working, they said, oh, go to the signage,' and I was looking like, what the hell is the signage? What are you talking about?" And they were trying to tell me go to where they have the bill. It was like a billboard. And in my head, I'm like, that's a billboard. That's something. That's a poster. Poster. We put it on fences in Nigeria, but then they say signage or
it's a signpost.
They're trying or signpost. Right? And they say, oh, go to the signage. I'm like, what the hell is a signage? Or you're trying to when during orientation in school, they were like, oh, in Canada, yeah, they have like we have cultural diverse people, so we have different cultural background, right? Different like diversity and inclusion. So there are things like when you're trying to enter the train, like the subway, you're trying to take a train, and people are coming out, you have to wait on the side. But I'm like, in Nigeria, I want to enter bus sharp like this. We can't even wait for you to come down like this. ASAP, we are entering that bus because there's no time. But here you have to like there are things that you're just amazed, like how what is this? What are you doing? And most times we say if it's Nigeria like this, I don't rugged this thing. If it's Nigeria like so a lot of culture shock, honestly. Sometimes it boils down to ethics. Like sometimes even if you don't want to, you are not trying to do what you're doing ethic wise, like okay, this is just what they're doing in this Canada. Let me follow the crowd. If you can't beat them, you have to join them. Yeah. So yeah, that's my experience.
That's a nice one. I think for me it would be like going into like shopping centers, like you know the way we have ShopRite, these stores in Nigeria. You can't go in with your bags. You can't go in with your belongings. Like you have to keep them somewhere. Then you just go in alone. Then security is checking you to be sure that you didn't take anything. But yeah, you can go in with all your belongings if you can put them on yourself. Do you understand?
You can go in
Walk
with a
into
box.
you can go in with anything. Do you understand? No one is going to say, oh, take this out or put this aside. You understand? No one is going to be watching your move like, oh, is he going to steal? Do you understand? Like they are just free, like just do whatever you want to do. Do you? Do you understand? They don't expect you to steal. Do you understand? But then if that is attempted, I'm sure they have their ways. Do you understand? In fact, I think if you go to a store and you pick something, but you didn't check it out over the counter, once you're trying to move out, the system just beeps.
It's going to peak. Yes.
So do you understand? But from Nigeria, you know, like someone has to check, oh, did he pay? Do you understand? But yeah, no one is really there. But then they are still monitoring you. Do you understand? Another thing is in workplaces, right? You know, in Nigeria, it's quite crazy that quite a number of people have to like work under bosses that are so like bossy. Do you understand? Like they need you to respect them a lot. Here, you understand? You have to lobby and all of that. But yeah, your bosses are like they're like your colleagues. Do you understand? You don't need to
Yeah.
you don't see them as a semi-god. Do you
Mm.
get? So let's say
Yeah.
you need to address a concern, or your boss is not very efficient, or maybe just not addressing your concerns. You can easily put it to your boss like, oh, I feel like this and this could be improved on. Do you understand? And your boss will most
Yeah.
likely not see like, oh, you're trying to take my position, or what do you mean? Who are you to tell me that? Do you understand the way
Who
these
are you?
Yeah.
Nigerians? You understand? So they most times they welcome this thing like, oh, thank you for that. I'll work on this. Do you understand? We call them by name. Hi, Mark. Do you understand? When we're sending emails, hi, Mark. Sometimes I'm always like saying, I want to try to say, hello, Mr. Mark.
Mister.
You understand?
I
But
swear.
do you know,
Or
Wow.
Mrs.
You
we have
call
a
you call
lecturer,
your
I say,
boss by name.
we call him by name. You
Yeah, we call our
understand?
bosses by name. Even down to
Hello, Mark.
school, like
You
down to
understand? Your
school.
lecturers,
Our
everyone is just,
lecturers
life is just
by
easy. Do you
name.
understand?
Hmm.
But then it's crazy. The other way is let's say you just need help. Let's say you just need
Yeah.
help. Today I was trying to get something at the store. Then I'm trying to like get coin and I don't have coin. Do you understand? I was just putting
Yeah.
my card. I didn't have coin and I didn't have cash to change. So normally if not Nigeria, I could just easily approach someone like, oh, like just a fellow
I
Nigerian,
beg.
hey bro, um, I just need Naira, like I just need like this amount. Maybe I just need coin. I know we don't use coin in Nigeria, but oh, I need 100 naira to just pay this. And it's easy to to approach someone and they say, oh, take, go sort it. Do you
Yeah.
understand? It's pretty easy. Not like you're begging, but it's just like something they could let go because how much is $1? $1 is almost like easy, yeah. Do you get? So,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but you can't really walk up to someone and say, oh, give me $1. They will first look like at you like from where to where, what happened? Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm. Are you
Hmm.
on cock?
Yeah, like
That
it's
kind of.
crazy. Do you get?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
So
just
yeah,
there are a lot
it's
of
just a
culture
lot.
shock. Yeah, I
It's
have
Let's
just
one.
a
let
lot.
One final one I would say is so people that do not use like the triple system, maybe people that are crossing the road, they call them pedestrians. That's if you're
Yeah.
trying to cross to the other side, if you're walking along this side or whatever, they call them pedestrians. And pedestrians are always right. Pedestrians are
Yeah.
always right. You know in Nigeria, you say, oh,
Yes.
customer is always right. That is what it is right now. If you're driving and you see someone crossing, even the person is crossing against the light and you are in the right lane, the light is showing green. Green means go for you that you're
Right.
driving and someone is crossing.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
have to wait. You
Hmm.
have to wait. If you hit that person, you are paying money.
Oh,
And I'm not talking about
that
little. You are paying over $5,000 or something.
no, that explains why I would see people making videos on the road and everybody's parking, and I'm like, yo, why?
Yes, nah, yeah. There's one trend one time on TikTok, and some people were like, "Oh, standing on the road on purpose, usually for someone to hit me so I can like cash out." Because if somebody hits you as a
Exactly.
pedestrian, you
Oh,
will
the
cash
money is
out.
going to come to you.
To you,
Yes,
like you
sir.
that the person, like so. If you, let's say, to you, you're working. Let's imagine now
Yeah,
you're an Oshodi, you want to cross, right? You know that the way Oshodi market is. I want to
it's very
cross,
busy. Yeah.
and they have that before. And you have to no like that. Yeah, Oshodi towards that barracks, and you have to cross, right? You either take that
Hmm.
overhead bridge to cross,
Yeah.
or you cross on site. And there's overhead bridge for you to cross, but you want to cross on site. Let's say motor jam you like this, don't be for you. That's how
I'll
it
be
is.
on your
Everybody
own.
moves on because why are you crossing when you have overhead bridge? But here, imagine you're crossing Oshodi with that place and they hit you. You yourself, you don't cash out because $5,000 it's up to your pocket. That's
Ah.
how it is. So like all those things I'm like, if it so sometimes even when I'm driving, the Nigerian in comes out. I'm like, what is this rubbish? Like, I will just jam you. Like, come on for make I pass that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like that. I mean, it's really crazy actually. There are different things you just have to adapt to understand. It's crazy,
Oh.
honestly.
Now,
But yeah,
Paul said something about the coin incidents that it's not just
yeah,
easy to approach people and just say, "Oh, please, I need this." I think one of
yeah,
the beauty of Nigeria is that it's a warm place. People are warm. Yeah, you feel the
yeah,
sense of community. Yeah, people
yeah.
are
Yeah.
welcome to an extent. So, how were you able to navigate making friends in an environment where privacy is championed?
You want to go first, Paul, or
Sorry,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I've heard stories of people of Nigerians in diaspora that they feel isolated. That the only place where
Yeah.
they could actually talk to people is like church, you get, and school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of that, there is no relationship with anybody because people are private, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So how were you able
Uh,
to break through that kind of barrier?
okay, so like moving here, we already knew that we were coming to meet people from diverse places. You
Yeah.
understand? Like Canada is a country that was formed by immigrants. Do you understand? We don't even
Yeah.
have much Canadians here. We have immigrants now becoming Canadians. So
Mm.
they have diverse cultures and beliefs. You understand?
Yeah.
So like where I work, I have Philippines, I have people from Lebanon, I have people from other African countries, you understand, and people from Mexico and all of that. So they have a way of communicating. Their English, the way they talk sometimes can be different from ours. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So one thing I did when I came here was I just had an open mind. I was open to anything, not like taking anything, but I was open to like just embracing the culture as they come. Do you understand? Like, let's say I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking with someone that doesn't really understand English. I'm happy to just go on my Google Translator app. Do you understand? Translator, and we're just
Yeah.
conversing, and I'm taking my time to like also translate, then be able to converse. Do you understand? I think
Yeah.
keeping an open mind has really helped me, and also showing interest in trying to learn either their language or their food. Do you understand? Like I like to try out foods. So when I'm at work and someone is saying, "Oh, I have this food," or in at school, then we have Indians in our school, and then they're like, "Oh, we made." They have different type of foods. Do you understand? Like that. Sometimes you will
Yeah.
feel like, "What is this?" But once you keep an open mind, I'm happy to try whatever you have. Even though I don't want to ruin my tummy. Do you understand? But I'm happy to try
Mm-hmm.
it. Do you get? I feel like that helps to bring a bond. Like you just form this bond with them, and also just saying
Yeah.
hello. Do you understand? The easiest way to
Yeah.
start a conversation is saying hello. Now, most of them will reply because they are polite. They are polite, but they are
Yeah.
not very welcome. That is the thing. Canadians are polite, but not very welcoming. So if you say
Yeah.
hello, they're happy to say hello. Do you understand? But if you like say
Yeah.
one or two words after, they might not reply because they'll be like, I don't know you. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Why
like
are you talking to me?
they're happy to say hello. So if by chance there was a day, maybe by chance there's just a day you say hello and someone is there saying hello to you as well. Do you understand? You could have a conversation and that could bring a new friendship. Do you get? So that's my take on that.
Yeah.
Okay, Zina, how about you?
So for me, I mean, I kind of feel like both of you know me. I feel like both of you
True, true.
already know me. You already have experiences with me, so I feel like that answer, you guys already know the answer. But for the sake of our fun, I'll just like to talk about it. So for me, I'm a social butterfly. It's something that even in my sleep, I can talk to whomever it
Yeah.
is. I don't mind. Like the funny story of how me and Paul met was we had this community of Nigerians coming to Canada to our school, and we have like, so imagine having a WhatsApp group of over 400, 500 students, Nigerians that are trying to
Mm-hmm.
relocate to Canada, and they were coming to our school. And we all had different timelines, different visa timelines and application timelines. So we had the ones that were supposed to travel for fall session, for summer session, for winter session. Like, do you understand? So, and we had different students coming. And how me and Paul met was we were having a conversation over, I think when our visa was supposed to come out, we had to submit our passport or something. And then it was just something that led to something. We started talking and we started gisting. And before you know it, we're already talking. So we're talking before we even left Nigeria. We're already friends. And then when we came, so I got here before him, and I called him when I was here. I was like, "Yo, what's up? We have timetable." They just like posted our timetable because in schools here you have to pick timetable that works with your schedule. So you get to pick maybe 2 days: Monday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, whatever days work for you. So you can have other days to do whatever you want to do. So I called him. I was like, "What's up? Pick this timetable. I'm in this group." Like, so for me, like what Paul said, I'm always open. I am always open to talking to anybody. I'm always open to having conversations. I talk to anybody, anywhere. In the elevator, I'm saying hi. In the train, I'm
Yeah.
saying hi. At the gym, I'm saying hi. In school, I'm saying hi. Right now, in our class, he knows everybody in class every semester. They always know me because I'm always talking. Always talking. I'll always
That's
learn.
true.
Oh, what is this thing in your language? Teach me. I want to know. Because I know that we are somewhere where we have like multicultural people. So like you
Yeah.
learning a thing or two. Tomorrow, I have friends that are from India, right? From school. He knows. And whatever he told me in school, one time I had a job somewhere, a warehouse. I had to go work, and I met Indians there, and I was talking to them. They were asking me, "Are you sure you are from Nigeria or you're from India?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
India." Because I already have conversations with my friends from India, and I know how they converse. How they say good morning, good afternoon, good night. How they say funny things in their languages. So it was easy for me to just easily talk to someone else from the same country. So that's how it is. Like you need to have an open mindset, right? Because anybody, anywhere, literally anywhere, can help you, right?
True.
One time I said hi to somebody in the elevator. I was looking for a job, and because I spoke to the man, he just gave me his card. Like, "Oh, what's up? I'm hiring for my restaurants. You can come drop a resume." It's like something that you can meet people anywhere. It could be Subway, it could be class, it could be Uber. If I'm in Uber, I talk to my driver and ask him question. I ask him, "Is this the only job you're doing? How is so?" Because I'm new here, so I need to be open to experiences, to ideas, to advice from anybody. It could be anybody that they can give me advice. So having an open mindset can help you when you're outside the country. And having a welcoming mindset, irrespective of who the person is, just have that mindset that I need to be able to accommodate. Because
Yeah.
here it's not by money. Networking, information is key. If you have
Definitely.
the right information can put you where people that have been here for a long time are struggling for things, but just have the right network. As they say, your network is your network. So if you have the right information, it can help you. So that's the thing for me.
Hmm. And like they say you can only know until you try. So
Yeah,
you should meet people to socialize. You just have to try. You have to be, and like Paul said, you have to be open-minded. Make them feel welcome. Like the incidents of you saying trying people's other people's food.
yeah,
That's that little act will just break through their fences and they will be like, this person. Yeah. Or like you trying to form, oh, I'm on my own, this one, that one. That's the way they are going to carry you as well. So you have to be open-minded.
yeah,
Now, the word Japa, for those that don't know, it means to run away.
yeah,
And that is one of the most popular reasons why people Japa is because they believe they are going to seek greener pastures. Yeah.
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 So I want to ask you guys, being there, is the pasture really green? Yeah. The pasture really green? Are there really opportunities that, like, obviously there are opportunities, yeah, but is it as easy
Yeah.
as we have pictured it to be that, okay, if I get there, my own done better, that kind of thing?
Oh, oh,
That it was deep.
oh. Paul, do you want to go first,
It
or you want
is.
to start?
Oh, ladies first.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, my kind sir. Ha! The pasture is not green, oh. The pasture is not green. I mean, it's not as green as we expect it to be. It's more like
Okay.
off green. It's giving green, but it's giving off green. Like it was green.
It's-
Because if it was really green, like we expected it to be green, in fact, I will love eating my green areas, my vegetables. I will be eating vegetables every time.
Yeah. So
Honestly, like, yes, there are opportunities, but it is hard
yeah.
to harness those opportunities. Tolu,
Mm.
it is so hard. And I feel like how hard it is in foreign land, they're never well spoken about because everybody just say, "Oh, I'm here," and then in 5 months, boom, I have a car, I have. It is not easy. It is
Mm.
not easy. It is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. As long as you have an open mindset, that's the only way you would not lose your mind. Because trust me right now, I have lost my mind. I know how many times Paul has tried to encourage me.
Mhm.
To encourage me that my guy, look, could just break it down. Sometimes sometimes him will encourage me today. I am the one encouraging him
That will
tomorrow.
encourage you
That
tomorrow.
that I'm the one telling him tomorrow that after my guy, you know, say this thing. We just don't say because it is not easy, right? And it will stretch you. It will stress you to stretch you to test you. Sometimes it will test your mental health. But the thing is that there are opportunities as long as you have the right information and the right skill set to harness this opportunity. Once you have what is required, that is it. You are set. But you have to be willing to sacrifice sometimes, sacrifice your time, sacrifice doing menial jobs, sacrifice doing something that stresses you just to buy time to get this thing. That's how it is. It's not really easy, but there are these opportunities people speak of. Yes, it's easy to get things. You want to get an iPhone, you can get an iPhone today. You want to get a car, you can get a car today. You want to get a house, you can get a house today. But you need to be willing to know that those things are not as a those things like what they call mortgages, like what they call finances. That means they're giving you easy steps for you to live the life you want, but you have to pay those things monthly. Why have you have to pay those things monthly? You need to have a job. So you have a job that's paying you monthly, then you can buy a car, then you can pay monthly from the job that's paying you monthly. So you're moving from debt to debt to debt to debt. But you just need to know how to understand that this is the cycle of how this thing is. So you know you're earning 2,000. Let's say you're earning 2 million naira. You want to get a phone, you have to get a phone that is like 400K. So when you're paying that 400K, they split that 400K in 2 months, in 2 years. So in 2 years you have to pay 400K. At least you're earning from that 2 million naira, you have 1.6, right? 400K
Yeah.
has gone, 400K automatically has gone from the listing. Then you want to get a car. You need to get a car that will be like, let's say 800K at least. Car is not easy. I'm just trying to give like a rough budget. So you know you
Yeah,
have
sure.
something left out for yourself. Or better still, go for a higher job. Most people don't like do this calculation. I feel like that's what affects them financially, right? They
Yeah.
don't understand that if you can get a car if you want to get a car, you need to be able to put in the work for you to get a car. That's why most times the Nigerian mentality is still in our body helped us, right? The mentality of if we don't get money, we know they buy them. In Nigeria, if
Yeah.
you buy a car, you bought it in, you paid in cash, in full.
Yeah.
You know you own that thing. So most people here in Canada, yeah, that still have that mentality. It works for them because they're like, oh, I rather save up and buy a car than do finances. And when what happened when I go out of a job? How do I pay for my car finance this month? Do you understand? So most people just, I want to get a car again. Till I get a job that is worth me getting a car for, then I get a car. Oh, I want to get a phone. I'll get something similar. Let me go and buy. In Nigeria, we know now UK use. In fact, we don't buy UK use. You understand? So like, it's not easy, honestly. But it is good to be in the land. There are opportunities everywhere. Yes, I would not lie, but it's tough.
This
It's tough,
wow.
my brother. Yep. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Yeah, guys.
So Paul, what's your own take on it?
Yeah, like I would say Zeno has actually said a lot about this, like this particular question, right? But then
Yeah.
I just like to say this, like there are opportunities. Like I feel like, yeah, when they say the sky is the beginning, do you understand?
Mhm.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's in like an environment like this, like a space, a country like this, you understand?
Yeah.
Because you're not limited. You could be whatever you want to be. Do you understand?
Okay.
Let's
Fine.
say,
Yeah.
I feel like the struggle basically is for people that just came in, like you're just coming in from like another country, do you understand? And you're trying to get a high position here in Canada. You
Yeah.
can't expect it to be like just like easy for you to get. You have to also do some certifications and improve your skills, you understand? More like take some
Mhm.
certifications, pretty much. That's it. There are opportunities, right? But then if when you come in as a student, there are restrictions. Like as of
Mhm.
now, we can't work more than 20 hours. Do you understand? At some point,
Yeah.
we were allowed to work 40 hours, right? And after some months, they actually like just scrapped it and took it back to 20 hours, which made some of us lose our job. Do you understand? Like, which is quite unstable. I would say, like, as a student, we have struggles. Do you understand? Especially people that want
Mhm.
to come in to maybe work and then save money from their jobs, their side hustle.
Yeah.
It's actually hard because you're only working 20 hours. There's just so much you can make. It's not a lot. You still have to pay your
Yeah.
house rent and all of that. So as students, I know students often struggle, but once you're done with your schooling, and you just try to position well, find the right connect, apply to jobs, prepare yourself for the interviews. I feel like you would definitely get something. Do you understand? It might not be what you actually want, but I mean, you could get something that will put you on the right path to getting something that will befit you later in the future. Do you get? And I kind of like
Yeah.
know like quite a number of Nigerians that are here and they're doing very well. Do you understand? It's just a matter of time. Do you
Hmm.
understand? Provided you're not settling for less, you're not feeling overwhelmed, you're just taking it easy, you're not beating yourself up over, oh, I've not done this, oh, I was a manager in
Yeah.
Nigeria, why am I here doing
Doing
menial
some.
jobs?
Why
It
am I
just
working
takes
at Pizza
time.
Pizza?
Do you understand? It's just a gather process because where you're coming from, yes, you're a manager, but right now you're new here. You understand? So you have to just match up and then you go up the ladder as time goes on. Do you understand? So there are
Hmm.
opportunities for a fact. And yeah, I've seen people come in, even people that didn't really have a lot to do in Nigeria, and now they are here
Doing more.
making a living for themselves. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I would say for a Nigerian that is out there trying to say, should I migrate? If you feel like yeah, you have what it takes, you're willing to also put in the work, I'll say make that move. But the crazy thing is just that exchange rate and moving is like to Japa is not easy, you know, be beans. Do you understand?
Not be being
Or
so.
like it's just like there's this word they say the sky is enough for birds to fly.
To
Do you
fly,
understand?
yeah.
I feel like it's in a space like this. A lot of people, you could be a boss here, another person could be a boss here. Nobody's really like disturbing anyone. Do you understand? So yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's a nice place to be,
That's
pretty much.
that's good to know. With these conversations, I've heard you guys saying, "Oh, I work with Indians. They are Lebanese people where I work. They are this." So, and I
Yeah.
think Paul said, Canada was made by is populated by immigrants. Yeah, so to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So, being in a place that is different. Now, let's even bring it back home. We are all we're in a class. Let's say we're in, and there's a new student joining us at the end of the close of the session or something. There's going to be this way that we're going to relate to the person. The person is going to feel like an outsider. That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that is different, people always treat things that are differently. So being in a new country, there are diverse countries, there are people from all walks of life in that place.
Yeah.
Let me ask, have you been harassed before?
Mm. The most recent encounter we had.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep roping Paul. Paul, why you with? But why you after my life? Why you always in my case scenarios and every of my experiences? Why? And Paul, the most recent experience we had, we were together with our friends,
Okay.
right? And we went to. It was me, but he was there. Were you there? I was there. We were together. I went to a restaurant because my friends, right? We like to. We used to hang out, right? Even after
Mm-hmm.
class, even when we have classes, we cook food. Although I'm not with them now because they slide me and chose a different timetable. And right now I'm on my
Fine,
own,
come back.
and it's just Paul and the rest of my friends in a different group, a different. In fact, I don't even go to school the day they go to school. I go to school on a
Ah.
Monday and a Thursday, and they go to school on Friday and Saturday. So we never even see. The only time I see
Mm.
Paul is because Paul stays close to me. And they slide me. But like this thing we always do, right? Sometimes we bring food to school, we all eat together. Or after
Mm-hmm.
class, we go to maybe a restaurant, a bar. Let's say we go and have shots or just somewhere. That's what we always do because, yeah, here in Canada, right? Your community matters a lot. Your community is your second family. And this community are
Mm-hmm.
like people, friends, they're like friends, turn family. Where you guys
Yeah.
just make sure you find out time to hang out because it really helps. Helps with mental health, it helps you with whatever you're looking for. One person always has an information, and maybe
Yeah.
just by gathering, we just I went to this place, yeah, or send us link on a group or something.
Mm-hmm.
So during one of those our outings, we went out after class at a restaurant, and we were sitting down. We wanted to take shots, so we sat down, and towards the end, like the extreme, like where the end was, I think I was close to the person there. There was a lady. She
Yeah.
was, you know, not our color, white, if I may say. And I was trying to make a video of every one of us, right? So I started the video from Paul's end coming because we were like L shape. Imagine like L shape. The seat was L
Yeah.
shape. So I started from the shorter side of the L, like the other side. Trying to make a video. My light was on, my flash was on, yes. And I made a video of us, and we're just happy laughing. And the next thing we just saw body movements, of which I know how to read body movement. I'm like, what's going on there? And she called one of the person serving us, what do you call them, the waiter serving us, called him, and she was like, oh, that's I'm taking a video or pictures of her. I'm like, what? Why would I have to, like, who are you? Because I don't even know you. I've never seen you before in my life. And it's not like I'm someone from a defunct or remote village where I see a white person, I just want to take a picture of them because I've never seen a white person before. Even in Nigeria, we see white people. In fact, we have them. Some white people say that we see in Nigeria, say they are on the street begging sometimes. Some white people that we see. Some white people that we see are scamming us in Nigeria. Let's truth be told. So it's not a new thing for me, right? And why would I want to take a picture of you? I have no reason to take a picture of you or a video of you. And she told the guy that, oh, he has to come take my phone. Take my phone? Why? And she said, oh, she demands to see the pictures and the videos I just took to be sure. I'm like, I'm never going to. I told them that my grandmother is going to roll in her grave if I drop this phone down. Because I just told you I did not. And there's no reason. I'm not trying to prove anything to you. Your average and everything is giving like these people, because there are a lot of people there that are white and taking pictures of everything someplace else, but you chose to come and do whatever you want to do to we, because we are a group of what, black people sitting and just having fun. So like, I've had this experience is normal. Or you want to go rent a house and there are brown people are what we call the Indians. Even the Indians are racist towards us, and we are both immigrants. Like, we are both immigrants. Like, they're also racist towards us, because you see, like, you want to go, like, when we come, right, you have to go and rent an apartment, and most of it, 100% of the time, every student comes to Canada, you have to live in a shared apartment. That means you are living where there's a family living there already, or you're sharing room with somebody. That's how it is. That's one of the culture shock to Nigeria. Nobody cares. Like, it's not something that is common in Nigeria. If you're renting a house, you're renting a house for yourself or you and your friends. Do you understand? But here, you have to go and, if you're going to rent, let's say, a basement, sometimes somebody will be living there already. Or let's say 5 people are living there, you all are sharing just 2 washroom or 1 washroom and 1 kitchen. So you share the common area, the kitchen or the washroom. And sometimes you want to go and rent an apartment and they tell you, oh, or sometimes on the poster you already see it on their information. Only Indian people should apply. Only these people should apply. Or maybe they never put those things there, and you apply and you come inspect and tell you, oh, the person like, oh, you are not Indian. Oh, we wanted Indian person. But you never said it before because you saw me, I'm black. And they start telling you, oh, you shouldn't cook by this time. So it's job. Is it job? I've gone for interviews. And people are hiring and not people of my color. And one thing lead to something else. And I know I aced that interview. Whatever questions you ask me, I answered them. I know sometimes it might be something that might tick them off, which is normal. But then, one thing I know I have done since I came to Canada is there are places that I've done interview, and I know that interview I did, I actually aced that interview. I used to visit those places randomly to see the people they hired. I did that for one restaurant that was opening close to my house. I went for the interview, I answered very well. I had the experience, whatever they're looking for, everything. And I even asked the question, and I told her, based off of what we just discussed, do you have anything like that you are unsure of or unclear, and because I can clear it right now, that you're not satisfied? No, everything is fine. She just needs to check my availability, and I gave her, and it was same thing what they were looking for, availability. So I gave them the same dates they were looking for. The callback, I never even got unfortunately. At least that's something, right? Unfortunately. Like, what the hell? I went there to eat.
You're just snubbed.
Everybody they hired the whites. Everybody they hired, and I'm like, okay, this is why you guys did not hire me, because obviously, what was your reason? At least if you do an interview for someone and you feel they're not qualified enough, you give them a message and say, unfortunately, we used to say unfortunately, Paul, no, unfortunately, for our DM. Unfortunately, at least we understood that we did not pass this interview. But you know the ones that are more painful, the ones that they will never get back to you, never give you a reason why you did not pass. Why? Because they don't. So as most times I feel like I perceive it as they don't appreciate or they don't want you because they feel like, oh, you are this color and it might change there, whatever, whatever. So yes, I have had the experience. Yes, I have had that experience quite a number of times, and I don't care. That's it. At the moment you don't care, as long as it's not directly at you, they are not doing it directly to your face. That's it. But when someone comes up to you and says something really, really racist or something, that's when you can, give them a response or something. But when I don't care. Sometimes in the train, you see people, you want to sit down and then they just stand up from where you're sitting down. I don't care. All the very best for you. Bigger space for me, the more the merrier. Do you understand? That's how it is for me. So I have the experience, yeah.
So before I ask for before I ask you for those those experiences that you had, how apparently you feel bad, but how bad were they to you? Like, to what extent? Obviously, you are saying you don't care, but to what extent did they really affect your mental health, so to say?
Oh, they actually did. At one point, I was like, if I was in Nigeria like this, I don't think I would even be battling this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because there are things that happen to you, and then you think about where you're coming from and how things work there. We all know Nigeria.
Yeah.
We know how corrupt our country is. We are not hiding that one. We know. We know how it is in our country, but at least we know there's something that works for us.
Sure.
We do. We know if we need this thing, this is how we're going to. Once I just make this call and go to this place and this thing, I've gotten this thing. Do you understand? So we know how our system works for us. And there's some things that happen to you here, and you start thinking back and I start thinking, was coming here even a bad decision? You start doubting you. So there's something that happened to you, you doubt your self-worth, or you doubt your capabilities, or like, am I sure I even did this thing right? Or maybe I'm not good enough. It does happen. I'm not going to lie. For me, I know I'm somebody that I like to put up a front. Sometimes I'm always happy. I'm always happy, I'm always laughing. I always do the I don't care this thing. Yes, but there are times this thing get to me. Sometimes there was one time I cried about something. It was so little, but like in that moment I felt like this is the reason why I am not getting this thing. It is because of this thing. You understand? This is the reason.
Yeah.
I thought, like, do you know how bad it is coming from being sometimes this? You know the stigma that is attached to being a Nigerian is that even here in our resume, in our CV, we have to remove our experience, the name Nigeria from it. Like we have to remove Nigeria from our resume and just put. Let's say I work in ShopRite. I'm not going to put ShopRite Nigeria. I'll put ShopRite, just ShopRite. So like at least we can have, but because 90% of the time our resume is showing Nigeria, your CV, your resume is not going to pass the first stage. They will never give you a callback for, let's say, want to schedule for an interview. Most of the times, I know that it might be a case for some people, but I know the case of many people that the moment they remove Nigeria from their resume and apply to other places, they start getting callbacks for interview. Do you understand? So that's the stigma. Oh, I'm from Nigeria. Oh, like, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. Oh, do you understand? Like that tone, the change. Some people, although wait, don't get me wrong, there are people that you take from Nigeria, they are so excited to want to learn about Nigeria. Like, oh my god, I like. Do you understand? But there are some places. There's a difference between people they are casually meeting and these places that you need these things for. Do you understand? And they're like, oh, and start like the conversation. You're still like the trajectory of that conversation where it's going to. So yes, there's a point that I have even cried for some experiences. I'm like, you know what? At some point, sometimes I'm like, oh God, what do I do? Oh, and I'll call. Sometimes I'll call my friends, and then I just need them to give me the morale. There's one thing I always used to tell my friends. When I say, oh, this place is fine, I used to tell my friends that I will always tell my friends the good things about this country, so they will come here and suffer with me. So I will not tell them that I'm something. I will tell them that this place is good. So they'll be travel and come and see what I'm saying. So when they have my experience, they will know how they want to relate to the other people they are talking to back home. So it's really crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. So Paul, do you have similar experiences, and how did they affect you?
For me, it's been subtle. Like I work with whites mostly, and I've never had anyone like just act a certain way. Although while whenever we're on jobs, you can
Yeah.
see maybe these Philippines trying to like give you a larger share of the work. Maybe you just see them just lazing around, just taking multiple
Yeah.
breaks. Do you understand? I see that often. Do you understand? But when we are at work, we just have to be diligent. So I don't see it as anything. Do you understand? Provided it's not to the extreme. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like if you go for your first break, go for a second break. I know we're entitled for three breaks, and I say you're about to take the fifth one. I'll just look at you like, hey, what's happening? Do you understand? Yeah, but in terms of maybe someone just maybe sitting somewhere that someone is another person is standing up, like or like just maybe saying words to me. No, I have not had such experience. But then I have a friend that got a job at a hospital, and
Okay.
then she was working with some whites and Canadians. There was a woman that actually didn't just like because she's black. Do you understand? And it was really tough for her. Like there were days she called and she was just ready to like quit the job. Do you understand? It was that bad. Like it was that bad that it was bad to the extent that if she sits on a chair, the woman is not ready to sit on the same chair.
On that same
Do you
chair.
understand? Yeah, she's not ready to use her desk.
That's crazy.
Like, do you understand?
That's
So it was that bad that she felt unwanted. She felt like, what is this? She was surprised. She witnessed it like first time. But I'm happy now she got a new job and she's doing very well. And a lot of people like here's the thing though, you could report this thing at work. If this is happening at work and you feel like someone is not welcoming, you could go to HR, walk up to HR and tell them this person is making you feel uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
They will address it. Do you understand? Most workplaces will do that. But but there are also times that they just look and pass. Do you
Yeah, well,
understand?
look.
So
yeah.
yeah, I can't say this is not happening, but however, I haven't like experienced it first time.
Experienced it first
So I
time.
just hope
Oh,
people do well.
cool. So when we started this podcast and I asked you that when you first landed, what are your were your expectations met? And from your
Yeah.
answers, it shows that you guys have had a lot of happy moments, despite the downsides of it. You've had a lot of
Yeah.
happy moments, apparently. So can you just look into your memories and pick what's the best moments that you've made in Canada?
Best moment.
It choke.
It's so cool. I
The best
swear.
what best memory have you had?
I don't. It took like memory wise. There are a lot of memories. A lot of memories, right?
I think my
I
best
don't.
is yet to come, to be honest. For
Yes, my
me,
best is yet to come because they are always open to anything,
Mhm.
yeah,
anything. Like sometimes, like the thing is that memories, it will take a long time for us to look back and say, okay, this memory of this time, this one, because we're still very fresh here, right? So
Yeah.
like we can't
early
really call them
days.
memories. Yeah, we can't really call them memories right now. But let's say like give or take in the next 3 4 years when we're all done with school, most people are married, most people have one thing they're doing for them, most people are more settled and they can look back and say, oh, memories of when we just came
Tiring
to
happy.
Canada, and then what, like, do you understand? But for right
Yeah.
now, we are open to anything because sometimes this boy will come and say, Alpha, party no day today. We got find one place, go put on
Exactly.
our head. Alpha. Like it's always like that. Sometimes we go to places sometimes unplanned. We just wake up and say, let's just go here to go and rest our head. Let's go and think. Let's go and do this. Let's go and try this food. It is normal. Like I have my younger sister, she cooks, right? I know Tolu, you know her, you both of you
Yeah.
know her herself, so it's not a big deal. So she cooks, right? But when it comes to going out, she's down. Say, oh yeah, who's involved? Let's go to this one. I want to go to this one again. And it's normal because these are the things that will help you. You know the things that
Mm-hmm.
are working here, you know the things that are not working here, you know the things you're supposed to eat and the things you're not supposed to eat. You have experience with these things. You can actually say, oh, I've tried this before. I don't think I like this. I like this. You understand? These things are conversation starters for people here, right?
Yeah.
Because to have like a very good conversation. It can be anything. If you start a conversation with food, trust me, it can go somewhere great. Like, oh, have you had barbecue from this place? Oh yeah, I've been to this restaurant before. What do you think? Like from there, you're talking about something, and then just like experiences, just like memories or something like that. Later, we can say, oh yes, these are these things we've done, or whatever. But now I don't have memory yet, too. It's still coming because it's very fresh. In fact,
All
We're
right.
just living. We're
this week
living.
I'm going to make a new memory too. So I can look back in the next days and say, I remember this time I was talking to Tolu, and then I told him that this week I want to go and do this thing. I have done it too. I remember when I did it. Like, but memory wise, the only memory right now I have is when we came here. It's this the only memory we have right now. When we just got here and how it was. That's the memory right now, which is like what we just explained. The culture shock, the conversations, friends, how we were surviving, struggling, the tough fight pastures.
What about when you were able to see like some of the people that you cannot like normally see back here? Like I think was it December where you attended one I don't know, the carnival was, and there were popular gospel artists that you could see up front.
Oh, it was church. It was church. Yeah, it was church. So I went to church for crossover, right?
Yeah.
And I went to church and we had like popular gospel artists. He was no, that was my brother. I mean, in Nigeria, right? Don't get me wrong. In Nigeria, we have those things.
Yeah,
right?
True. Experience.
Just like we have, like just like experience. They call it experience. We have. So Chandler Moore and the rest, I've seen them in experience. But just this feeling of then that was Nigeria. This was we Nigerians. We know how religious. In fact, in Nigeria, the thing we have in Nigeria is religion, is religion and poverty. Those are the two things we have in Nigeria. We don't have anything again because religion is like a very huge. In fact, the largest player of politics in Nigeria is in religion. We know is in churches. Is in I can't say everything, but other religions I know about churches and how like hierarchy and everything happens, right? But we know we are very religious in Nigeria. So anything that concerns concerts or anything gospel artists, they always come. And that's like normal, right? Seeing we Nigerians worshiping. But like there's a different feeling when you're seeing these people over here listening to these songs because we know that religion is not a huge deal for them, right? They believe in so many things, they have different ideologies. And we know, and so it's a different feeling for me seeing people like they're not Nigerian like myself, but like worshiping and having like it was amazing. It was amazing. And okay, I think I have a memory. You just reminded me, Tolu.
Exactly.
When I saw Nicki Minaj, oh my god. Oh girl. I saw Nicki, I think it was in March. Tolu, do you want to know how I screamed? The scream I screamed. Because I knew that I will never see Nicki Minaj in Nigeria. Ever.
Yeah.
It's not possible for me to see Nicki. Even if she comes, where is she going to? It's not possible for her to come. Where is she coming to? Where? I heard that one time Beyonce came to Nigeria. I don't even know if that time we were we had memories of those things. But yeah, I had a memory when I know. Okay, that's true. Thank you, sir. My kind sir, for reminding me that I have a memory. Yeah, when I saw Nicki Minaj, I had there were different emotions, different things popping in my veins because it's like you know how we grew up listening to this Rihanna and Nicki Minaj and like and those songs that we always sing all the time, and then you meeting her, seeing her performing those things, it was no. It was heaven for me. No, not heaven because heaven is a fire. I'm still going to go to heaven because I'm Christian. But it was good. It was good. I think Paul has his own memory. When he's like,
I mean, the best memories.
Paul
is
urging his memories. Well, I don't know why.
No, not really, right? Like I said earlier, like I'm leaving. You understand? Like the experiences I've had here so far, I don't think they've really matched up to how they were before in Nigeria. So it's not really like I'm not blown away yet. I just feel like there is more to come. Do you understand?
More to come, apparently.
Yeah. So for me saying living, like we just had this Muslim celebration, Eid Mubarak, right? I went
Yeah.
over to a family's place and I had proper salah meat. You understand? That's a memory. You understand? I was happy, right? But then it's still
That's true.
certain. Do you understand?
Oh,
Yeah, what I'm enjoying
that's
right now
true.
is spending time with my new friends there in Canada. Like I always look forward to like meeting them in class. You understand? Just that moment makes me feel like I'm back to Nigeria. You understand? Like just talking to
Yeah.
people who share same belief. Like the convention just flows. Do you understand? So
That's
like
true, Paul.
that's just
Paul, Paul,
yeah.
you did not bring salami for me. I just remembered
Uh,
that you
sadly,
traveled for Eid.
sadly,
You
some
did
people
not,
got their meat.
you tried. No, 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 no. This is a
Zeno,
memory. So look,
Zeno, calm down, calm down. Don't worry, you tackle Paul after. Let's
this is a
continue.
memory. Don't worry, we will see. We will see behind closed doors.
Okay.
That's
So
a
the other day,
memory.
and like I'm saying, I said the other day I saw a video on
Yeah.
Yeah.
IG where this lady, she was like, there are some things that you should not do as an immigrant. The kind of card you should get is that I don't really can't remember, maybe
Oh,
debit card. Because, yeah, sure. So what acts do you think you can give to someone that is just coming fresh? I think they should not mistake they should not make, sorry.
yeah. Yeah. For that one, I understand what she mean, like what she mean saying, right? But
Yeah.
for advice for like what we should get, we ourselves we still need advice. But from what I've learned is that we try to understand the credit card utilization
Yeah.
scheme and what it entails, how to use your credit card because your credit like it's important to have a very good credit score here because these are the things you need for anything in this life in this country. If you want to buy a phone, they need to check your credit score to see you have good credit, to see you are very good with managing the money that the government gives to you. You want to rent an apartment, they request for your credit score, your whatever, you understand. So that's something like
Yeah.
every new person in Canada needs to learn that as long as you're new in Canada, you need to work towards building a very good credit score. So you can be comfortable to how to your taste, to get things you want when you want them. Right? So don't overspend, don't spend above your budget.
Mhm.
Don't spend above the budget. Budgeting is very important. I am learning from it. Although I'm not like learning, but I'm still learning like a bit from it. So you need to learn how to budget. You need to prioritize. Like know where your priorities lies. That's just the cocoa. If you know that this place you're going to, you don't need to be there. You're just going to spend money. Don't go. Don't go. Except you're going there for something mental health or fun or whatever. Don't go. Do you understand? So that's what about that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
for me, I would say when you're just coming into this country, even if you've been here for long, just prioritize your health. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Health is wealth. So all these jobs, you want to pick multiple shifts, you want to gather all the money in Canada, you just have to take a chill pill. Just work as you can, but try to rest as well. You understand? So
Mhm.
that's just the basic advice I would give someone.
Okay. So lastly, let me just ask this one lastly. You are
Okay.
outside now. You know, if two people are playing a game, yeah, someone
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
outside usually sees things that both of them do not see. Like when you now make a wrong step, the person also like you should have done this because they can see clearly from both sides, unlike you that are
Yeah.
inside and having tension and all. So you that are
Yeah.
outside, looking back at Nigeria, what there are a lot of things that are wrong apparently. But
Yeah.
what one thing do you think should be fixed? Yeah, where do you think fixing should start? Let me put it that way.
Paul, you can go first.
yeah. I think it boils down to accountability.
Okay.
I'll be happy if people can be held responsible for whatever actions or whatever they've done. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that will help put the country in a perfect shape. Like at least get us back on track. Maybe not in a perfect shape, but get us back on track.
Yeah.
If this person makes this policy and is failing, bring them to call them, let them have this talk, like be accountable for, oh yeah, I took this decision because of this, but now that it's not working, okay, let's try this. But don't make policies and feel like, oh, I already said it. Oh, now, guys, sorry, I said that one. Let's do this again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just taking us backward. So if there's accountability, I feel like we can hold people to their words. Like if a president is coming in saying, "Oh, I'll make petrol 35 naira or something," and he comes in and the price goes to 1,000, guys, we'll hold him to his word, bro. Abi, Oga, this was what he said. This is what we're experiencing. Explain to us. And if he's still not saying what we want to hear, we impeach him and put another person in there. I feel like that could be a step towards the right direction. But if we keep doing the same thing the old way, I don't think there can be any changes. You understand?
Yeah.
Very much.
That's powerful.
Me, I would say everybody should practice what they preach. Practice what you're preaching. If you're saying that, oh, I went to buy Gary 100 naira, and the woman, she did not measure the Gary where it was half cup. Or you, what you're selling for, you're selling petrol, and your gallon, you have pressed a gallon small, so that when you buy 5 liter, it looks like it's 5 liter, but you are selling 2 liter. Do you understand? So, like, if you know that these things you're doing are wrong, like when you go outside to buy something and you think it's wrong, you come back, why are you doing the same wrong thing? If you are preaching to that person, that person is doing the wrong thing, like it doesn't work that way. I've seen issues that people that are going to buy, may say vegetables or whatever in the market, and they're saying, oh, the container they're using to fill this stuff, this lady. I saw a video out there that you should be careful now. They will just chuck in it, and then when you still want to pay, they will just turn everything inside. Whereas in your house, you're selling rice and the Derica cup, you used to press it, so to enter inside small, but nobody know. Then when you want to measure, you measure it, you look at it, it's full. Like so, we are the one. We are our problems. When we realize that we are the problem ourselves, I think we can grow from there. Because the time we understand that these things, like when they say charity begins at home, the problem lies with us, starts from us. If we ourselves can come up and say, okay, yes, I don't default, this is what I do, then I think everybody will be okay. Because it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing for me. And then for every young person or anybody, I know I'm young too. I don't want to sound old, but every young person to come out or travel out, I would advise that please learn to have fun in that Nigeria, no matter how bad as it is. Even if you just throw down to somewhere, just smile, buy something for yourself. Learn to have fun, because if you keep working and stressing, time is going to pass by fast. And then you don't have any core memories for yourself to say, oh, I did this time, or did this time. And these are those things that are shaping us, our memories or our experiences. These are the things that helps us in life. So just try to have fun despite working. Yeah.
Charity begins at home. Like, thank you guys so much. Like, it's an honor once again to have both of you on my podcast.
Thank you, sir.
This conversation has been insightful. In fact, I've written.
It's good. Take notes.
Yeah. No, this episode is just like a manual for someone that is here and open to come. You said that for socialization, you should just be open-minded. Try to hi, what's up? Try to communicate, and you never can tell. A simple conversation can just help you and change your life. Yeah. And someone said you should always do calculations before you make some decisions, so you will not accumulate debt. If you cannot afford something, don't go for it. So we also said that the grass is green actually, but you have to just position yourself for opportunities. Yeah. And Paul said you should not settle for less. You should always seek to upgrade yourself and your skills. And Zeenoh said budgeting is important. As a new immigrant, budgeting is important. Don't spend beyond your means. And we've also said prioritizing health is also key. Consider your health before you take on bulky shifts. Maybe because it's not person way day alive, someone that is healthy that will be able to live life to the fullest. And finally, we've said that one of the main ways that we can make Nigeria work is for our leaders to be accountable. Because if they feel that they can do anything without consequence, things will continue to go sideways. But if they know that if I do this thing, there is there's punishments for it, they are going to put themselves in order and make the country a better place. And Zeenoh said, practice what you preach. Yeah, we all used to blame the government, that government is corrupt. Individuals are corrupt. If they hear that dollar move, add 1 naira or something like this, everybody will hike their prices. What happened? Now dollar. If people have not touched dollar before, we say it's dollar. So
Yes, now.
Charity begins at home. And like I said before, I'm so honored to have both of you on the podcast. You've shared a lot of insights. I'm sure a lot of people will learn from. Thank you very much, Zeenoh. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much for having us, Tolu. And thank you, fans, for listening to us. Mini story. when we have more memories, we promise to come and give you guys a tea, a gist about it.
Definitely. We'll be back to share our experience after. Let's say
Hopefully,
after
we'll have a zoo where you will have made a lot of good memories.
That thing should be very close, though, so that I can, buy my limousine and a Ferrari. But
God willing.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you guys for listening. Till next time, stay productive. Bye-bye.